We're here, stage 1 of the Bass Pro Tour.
We're at Sam Rayburn.
Such a famous fishery.
This place has so much history.
It's such a great, magical place.
I love coming to lakes like this.
Yeah, it's gonna be lights out. We're here, stage 1 of the Bass Pro Tour. Lake Sam Rayburn has produced some of the best anglers that have ever walked the planet, and we're here to kick off the 3rd season of the Bass Pro Tour. I can't say enough about it. It's such a great, magical place. Good morning.
Very important part of your day. Been a bass fisherman, woke up on the wrong side of the bed because it didn't plug that little booger in. We got a good dew, still kind of cool this morning. I think this is the coolest morning that they've had down here in a few days, in a week or so. So we've got a little work for us this morning. Let's make a little drive, see if we can't get out of this wind and go put this old bass cat in. I mean, literally, I can see the wind coming in here. We're gonna have our work cut out for us today. All right, y'all. I'm waiting on that water temperature to come up. Oh.
Okay, I've been working like 3 jobs. Probably why I never have time for the fake friends I won't be. Oh God, I've been running now. Up early when the sun is out. Not sunning out my own soul, but those real ones, they coming out. Oh, look who's reaching out. Old friends want to.
There's one right there. That didn't take long, did it?
Ooh, you reaching out from the west.
There's another one. So we're at 2 pounds. All right, which guys don't really understand. Everybody talks about a 2-pound bass like it's easy to catch. You know, what people don't realize is a 2-pound bass is above average. A 14-inch bass is a keeper on this body of water, which is probably 1.7 pounds. Coming to a body of water that you're familiar with, in my opinion, it is a hindrance. Because I come with a preconceived notion of where sometimes I want to fish and what I want to do, and it doesn't let me fish as freely because I can't get that history out of my head sometimes. So, you know, I start a lot of times on, just in the morning to start on something like this or an area where I know I've caught them before. And that's not always a good thing. If you'll notice, a lot of times we'll get guys from all walks, from different places, that have never been to the lake, and they do well. It's because they approach it with a fresh set of eyes. So a lot of times I really do. I feel like, you know, coming to a body of water that I'm really familiar with is it's not always a great thing, but it does have its advantages. Don't get me wrong. It has an advantage. There's one. Every cast. All right. I think that's a better fish there. That's a much better fish. He ain't a giant, but choked it. Look right there. Oh my gosh, that's a big one. He come off, good. Nope, he's still there. I thought he was big, maybe not. No, he's not big. So it's a good sign, all right? It's a really good sign, but it's a little scary because that's not a 2-pounder. That's like a 110. We just don't get on off the top of that and not just sit here and catch them. You know, we already established that there's some males out here that are not on the bank up there spawning.
Take the second exit.
It's amazing how weather dictates, you know, it was nice for a week or so.
Turn left.
And then the winds just really pick up. This lady is really,
Proceed to the route.
You know, right out of the gate this morning, she's getting under my skin. I want to get gas and she's telling me where to go. It can be nice and then the bass tournament comes to town. Here we go. Already a tournament canceled, day 2's canceled across the country. Our tournament's got bad winds now. Not too bad though, it should be. Okay. Put everything in hibernation mode while you're home. Now you gotta wake it all up. Hey man, what's going on? Kids good? Kings of Bass. See Andy on it. I think they were filming with him before he came here. These Strike King boys don't play. They'll be over here, get you when you're going to bed. They were home with me last week filming Natalie's wedding. They get it all. Even up till like the hour before, I was like, it's gonna be all right. Man, you'll lose it. You lose, those daddy emotions come out that they still come out. I can't even think about it without getting emotional. I get emotional thinking about it right now. This place has just got so much tradition. The locals here are as serious about bass fishing as anybody. I mean, people come from all around the world there's a better selection of Strike King lures right there at that little tackle store than you see in some of the biggest box stores across the country. This is the mecca of bass fishing down here, man. These places are the places that I try to win harder at than any other place in the country. I mean, I don't know why. It's just simply because it's those places that's got so much tradition, that bass fishing heritage that I like to try to win at those kind of places. Thank you, brother, for using fishing to reach people for the Lord. Have a safe trip to Texas. Somebody out of the blue just texting me, encouraging me, thanking me for using the platform. Evidently, he watched the first episode of Rose Outdoors recently, where I shared the love of Christ with one of my buddies. And he's just encouraging me. You know, it helps. Don't ever think that telling a pro that you appreciate what they stand for, whatever it is, it means a lot when people encourage us. 9,472 ramps on Sam Rayburn. You don't want anybody at the ramp where you put in. That means they're thinking like you. Well, let's put some clothes on first. I don't know if this ramp is steep or not. Two baits I really like to throw when I'm just in hunt mode pre-spawn. Red-eye shad and a thunder cricket. In Major League, I had to think just a second before I made that cast, like, am I getting a penalty over something? I mean, am I doing something wrong? Is it even, can we fish today, or is there a time limit? In Major League fishing, you're always worried about Barney Fife being around the corner, ready to get you for something. It's good. We have, you know, they want to protect the resource and all that. I get all that. We just have things you got to abide by, times, where you can fish, when you can fish. Just want to make sure I'm all right. Have to think about it a minute. I always like to feel a fish, see if he's cold to the touch. Tells you a lot when you Look at that fish peeing. That fish peeing right there just told me a lot. That fish is getting up there. Not far from spawning. Small, but if you can find an area leading back to where you think they're going to spawn, where them fish are just kind of in that grass waiting.
This is the plug I caught them on when I was here for the top 10. It's March, middle of March. Pollen's in the air, the birds are going crazy. Spring is here, but we've had the craziest weather patterns ever this spring. You know, spending multiple days below freezing in the negatives. It set everything back. I was here in January and these fish were further along almost than I feel like they are now after spending 2 days on the water. So when I came, I'm excited. I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna catch them on a frog, I'm gonna power fish them, I'm gonna sight fish them. And then when I get here, I spent 2 days out there and they're not there yet.
So we fished 4 days, 2 days each group, and after that they keep top 20 and then we go out and keep the top 10. I think, heck, I get these in the cups confused all the time, so we end up with 10 somehow. What I'm getting ready right now is just a flipping bait. I did not flip much in practice. I don't do a lot. I don't slow down a whole lot. I like to try to stay on the move and look for active fish, you know, groups, schools of fish, I should say. One thing, when I got here, I really thought they'd be on a thunder cricket, you know. I thought that would be the deal. It may very well be tomorrow, but in practice, the bigger concentrations of fish were feeding on bait, you know, shad. I'm talking to y'all, I forgot to put my weight on there. I don't want anybody to look at me and laugh, because I know y'all have done it too when you've been in a hurry, so chill out. I did find a couple little groups of them that I look forward to getting back out there tomorrow to see if they're still there. So many different scenarios that play out in this deal. You would drive yourself crazy worrying about it. All you can do is, Sam Rayburn's a big lake. Guys wind up on these big bodies of water in the same areas. You know, they read the water really good and they're that good. So I don't get caught up in it.
It's a really special morning here. We're taking a Purple Heart recipient, Jared Napier, fishing this morning.
Gonna be on the water with Jeff Sprague, and we're gonna hook into some largemouth, supporting an organization called Casting Freedom, and they do a lot of good for a lot of people that need it.
It's a great cause. It's something that I truly believe in wholeheartedly. Working with veterans is something that I believe in. Being a former Army veteran myself is something that I truly love to be a part of. And being able to take these guys fishing and give back a little bit is just a small portion of what we owe the people who sacrifice their lives, their time, and then ultimately receive Purple Hearts.
Almost 20 years active duty in the United States Navy. I'll be retiring here in August. And you know, I see a lot of value in being out on the water, and I see a lot of people need some way to not go down dark places. And for me, the outdoors does that, fishing does that. And you know, when you get good people together and you start communicating well, you can do a lot of good. Number one,
Yes, we called that.
Hey, you.
Do we call that?
All right, we're gonna go ahead and start fishing church this morning. First 40 guys are going out today, and then another 40, Group B, fish tomorrow. So if any of those guys, y'all just worship right along with us. This is our fishing church. This is our church on the road for all the guys in Major League Fishing, boat officials, families, wives, kids, whoever. We're going away from our home churches, so this is a chance we can come together and just put first things first on Sunday morning, on the day that our country honors God and worships Him and praises Him. He's certainly worthy of any time that we can spend praising Him, and this is what we're going to do here this morning. It's a sacrifice to put God first in our lives. To come here at 6 a.m. in the morning and honor Him, but it's a present, actively thing that's going on all the time to try to remain in Christ. Come to Fishing Church. Take your family. As for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. Put God first in our home life, in our marriages, in just everything that we do. Put Christ first. In all our ways, acknowledge Him. Put Christ first in our fishing, in our work, in our everything. Wives and husbands, pray together for your children, and just open the Word of God in the morning and just spend a little bit of time thanking Him daily. Abide in Him, that when He shall appear, and we know He's coming, we may have confidence and not be ashamed before Him at His coming. Amen. Thank y'all.
I get a lot of questions here about being hometown. People would just assume because you're from the state that it's your home lake. I live 3.5 hours north of here, almost 4 hours north of here, and it's not really a home lake for me. I didn't come down to Rayburn until I was, in my mid-20s before I ever saw this body of water. That being said, I like it. It fishes so many different ways, and there's so many big fish here. You can catch them any way you want, and it can change from day to day. You can go out on day one and zero, and then come back on day two and actually put together a mega bag and come from the bottom and go exactly all the way to the top. That's the kind of capability that this lake has. We're about to get this thing open, and it's about to explode down here. Every morning since we've been here, it's been in the 30s, mid to low 30s in the morning. Obviously, wake up this morning, it's 53, so we didn't get cold last night. To be honest with you, being able to look at the score tracker yesterday, they didn't just, it's not as good as this place is. So a warm morning like this, or a few more warm mornings in a row, you're really going to see what this lake's capable of producing.
Day one, here's the start of the whole season. You want to get off to a good start. It helps your mental game to get off to a good start on day one. Just to have a good day one means everything. So, looking forward to the day. Didn't go like I wanted it to go. When I'm taking off this morning, boat's running fine, and then I have some issues. No need to go into that. It is what it is. I was able to make it to where I wanted to fish. Hopefully we can get the mental game back going good and regroup and make the cut.
We survived day one, to be honest with you. It was, the weather's starting to change. It's starting to stabilize a little bit, and the fish are starting to get a little bit better. I think you can see that based off of day one weights and versus our day weights. It's tough fishing, meaning like when we get one hooked, to get them out is tough. So ready to get to it, and that's it.
Those are skinny pants. Casey's got some leggings. Look, same. All right, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go get something to eat. So thank you.
Stage one, day two, it's moving day. Put ourselves in a little bit of a hole the first day. Had some issues. They didn't really keep me from catching fish, kept me from moving around, but I salvaged the day with a few fish, but we got to make a move today.
expecting today to see some jumps on that sport tractor from not only other anglers but ourselves. So I'm excited about it. It's that springtime morning where everything just kind of starts to line up, and we got our work cut out for us. Still got to catch some bass to make that knockout round. Let's see if we can't find some more to make after we make that knockout round to make it a championship round.
Better get this interview in quick because I am about to burn these General tires up, headed back to Arkansas. I have a competitive fire that still burns. I've got a lot going on with a lot of things in life. However, when it's tournament time, I want to make the cut. I wanted to make this cut today. Got real close. For the life of me, I can't really figure out where these bigger fish are. It's been a good event. I'm ready to go home and see my wife and 2 girls right now, though.
It doesn't need to be this hard to catch a bass. If I could honestly figure out how to catch a bass in the first period instead of going 2.5 hours with nothing, I think my day would go a lot easier and I would be a lot more settled. So far, 2 days in a row, I haven't been able to put one in the boat that weighs over 2 pounds in the first period. So we get to go back out tomorrow. It resets, so we're all back to 0.
Bye, brother.
We're out of here. I'm gonna go get some rods re-rigged and get everything set back up for tomorrow. I mean, we were in disarray. And when you fish like that and you're fishing, so fast, you will literally break one off, backlash one, scuff up all your lines. So I need to go strip some line, get everything redone, and get back in it for tomorrow. I mean, literally, it's just a never-ending process, and it happens. We'll be up till probably 9 o'clock tonight just getting all this stuff back in order to get back on the water.
Give her a little trim, a little haircut. Get her sitting pretty, looking right. I'm honestly still hunting my first major win. We've been so close so many times. We've got a cup win here with Major League Fishing already, but to have a major win, everybody asks that question. It would be surreal to me because I've chased that so hard, so long. So many guys step onto the scene, they win one, they get that out of the way, and I haven't done that yet. I just know that I fish really hard and I work really hard to try to get those opportunities, and we seem to be there. It would absolutely mean the world to me and my family to be able to win one of these events. Yeah, to say it would mean a lot to me would be a big understatement. I promise you, we're gonna go out there tomorrow and we're gonna fish hard. We'll leave the chips on the table.
Yeah.
Knockout round is here. This is what we fish for. This is what both groups fish for. We fish 40 the first day, 40 guys the second day, and then they cut 20 from each group, which leaves us with 40 guys total. And then 2 of those guys made it to the championship round already because they won the round. 38 guys now fishing for 8 slots on knockout round.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We made it to championship round. We finished 4th, and I'm telling you, what a day. I know that sounds crazy because we're obviously all here to make it to championship round, but we're going to fish new water again come tomorrow, and just leave it all out on the water. That's what we're here for. Championship round is to do nothing more than to see who can win.
Good luck.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it. You see that right there? That's pretty cool. Watch your back. You see that? That's KVD dirt on my hand right there. That's like money. Isn't that what they do in the blow his dirt? Did you?
Champ day. Oh yeah.
It's champ day.
Champ day, baby.
That's right, it is champ day. So we're about to put the boat in this morning, and I run my hand in my pocket, and I tell you what's crazy is I took a Purple Heart recipient fishing this week, and we had an amazing day on the water. It was a Casting for Freedom event that we provided through Major League Fishing. And as he left, if anybody knows anything about the military, you carry a coin in your pocket. And this is a coin that Jared gave me when he left. It's a pretty sentimental piece. That's a really big deal. That's a Battle of Fallujah coin. And it's a big salute to our soldiers and to our veterans. And I can't say thank you enough. My hat's off. And that's the kind of stuff that, this country's founded on, and that the principles and everyone, it's just a super special thing to have and to be a part of. So it just brings you back into a family that I was once a part of, being in the military myself. And, those are just some of the best days of your life, and it'll mean something that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. So. This sums up championship round. No, really. You know what? I'm really hard on myself. I'm passionate about the sport. I'm passionate about winning. I'm passionate about succeeding. I push myself really hard. I'm emotional when I'm on the water. I fish with emotion. What a great day, though. I mean, we shake it off now, have a short memory. Great way to start the year. I'm just really happy about that. I can't say that enough. Just to get the year going in the right direction. Good points. We had a great week, and that's all I can say. Got to see some good friends. Got to spend some time with the family. What else can you ask for? And that's the honest truth. You can't ask for anything else.